The Modern Warfare 2 beta is over now, and the community's overall consensus was that there was some good and some bad with the game. Overall, I'm very excited about it and thought it was better than any of the past 3 Call of Duty titles. But this game can go from being good to great if Infinity Ward changes these 5 things in MW2. The 5th most important change to make is going to be with the movement. In its current state, it's solid, but I think if they make 1 or 2 changes, it can be amazing. They got rid of slide canceling, which I'm all for, and think it's a good change for the community as a whole. But when you're sliding, you can't shoot your weapon or cancel the slide, making the mechanic a huge negative and a death trap. Then I think the tac sprint and sprinting speeds are both great currently, but the strafe speeds feel too slow. Without the ability to have movement with the slide cancel, I think we need to have better strafe speeds to bring more movement into gunfights. Right now, it feels like the only way to win most of your engagements is to be stationary or pre-aimed at something. You are at a major disadvantage if you're moving around the map when you spot someone. These 2 changes to movement are to allow players to shoot while sliding and increase the strafe speeds on weapons. The 4th most important change is the super loud footsteps without having a dead silence perk. This one actually got patched inside the beta to lower the footstep audio slightly, but it wasn't enough. I think they made the audio in this game much better than they had in Modern Warfare 2019, so it's a big improvement. But right now, the footstep audio has no counter to it. There's no way for players to be able to run around without the whole lobby hearing you. This issue leads to players moving around less and less because once again, it is a major advantage to be stationary versus moving around in a gunfight. The only reason this issue isn't even worse is because the maps so far have much better flow than they did in Modern Warfare 2019. There are 2 fixes to this. Either lower the footstep audio considerably or add a dead silence perk to the game. If you think Modern Warfare 2 has a lot of potential, make sure to like this video and subscribe to get all the best Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0 content. And the 3rd most important change is going to be red dots on the minimap. I've seen a bunch of posts about this, and there's some people in the comments upset saying it's a skill issue, which I find to be absolutely hilarious. Infinity Ward did a poll on this after they had the same issue at the start of Modern Warfare 2019, and 90% of the community wanted red dots back on the minimap when people shot unsuppressed weapons. Then the 10% of the community that is very vocal now calling out everyone who wants red dots back unskilled because they can't tell where people are without having red dots on the minimap. But the funny thing is, Infinity Ward specifically said they took the red dots away because it hurts some players. And they meant bots or people who weren't good at the game. And those same players are calling other people bad at the game. They need to add the red dots back like they've had in Call of Duty since 2007. And if you don't want your red dot on the minimap, just put on a suppressor. It's not that hard. This will make 90% of the community happy. Just do it. The 2nd most important change will be to the time to kill. I know Infinity Ward games have always had really fast time to kills in comparison to Treyarch games, but this one is ridiculously fast. Every weapon is a 1 to 3 shot kill. If you get caught moving, you almost have 0 chance to win that gunfight because you're dropped so quickly you don't have time to react. For example, the Lockman 762 is a semi-auto rifle that kills players in 1 to 2 bullets up close. It makes the Warzone TMR look underpowered. The problem with this, once again, is that it encourages less movement. If you don't aim down sight first in a fight, you're probably going to lose in this game. So if you're moving around the map and you spot someone already ADS'd at you, you're probably going to lose that fight 9 out of 10 times. And you don't have good enough strafe speed to help you make them miss. As you can see, everything so far is catering towards the tactical players, but nothing is geared towards helping the rushers. These changes I'm suggesting so far don't hurt the tactical players, but it helps to even the playing field for rushers. This will help everyone be able to play the game in whatever style they want. So for the TTK, if they just add 1 bullet to kill on all the weapons, the game would play so much faster. And now I would actually like to give a couple honorable mentions right here. And the first one's going to be that the UI system is just so bad in the game. The menu system is just weird. You're scrolling forever just to invite your friends to the game. And let's not get started into the whole weapon family tree thing. That's a little bit confusing for people. They just need to make the UI system a little bit simpler. Then the perk system is far too strict. Even if they're going to force you to be earning your perks over the game, it would be better if they would actually let you pick any perk you wanted and the order you earn them in, like you could with the MW3 Specialist. And I think that would make the perk system infinitely better. Then lastly, not being able to cancel your reload for the first time in Call of Duty history. I don't actually think this is a bad thing for the game as a whole, just bad for me because of my reload-itis. Those are more minor issues in the game, but fixes that I think would help the game. Now, The most important change is to make skill-based matchmaking less strict. It was very present in the beta. My first game, I went 20-4, which is good, but nothing crazy. Then the very next game, after the lobby was disbanded, I was playing against MLG players. I have always said that lobbies should be found based on connection only, and then they should balance the teams inside the lobby to make it a fair match. This will give a randomness to the lobbies, where some will be more difficult and other ones will be easier. This gives the game more variance and gives you the freedom to actually relax and have fun while you're playing a video game. There are competitive modes in multiplayer that you can choose to play if you want to take the game serious or have good competition every single match. But video games are supposed to be about having fun and chilling with your friends, where you can try random non-meta weapons with weird class setups to have fun. But the heavy skill-based matchmaking makes it so if you use anything off meta, you're probably gonna lose and not have fun. Skill-based matchmaking really takes the casual out of video games. The SBMM only helps the bottom 10% of the community and hurts the majority of it. Skill-based matchmaking to video games is the equivalent to participation trophies to sports. I'm sure all of you watching were bad at video games when you started playing just like me, and we had normal lobbies where we got wrecked. We didn't get put in lobbies with other bots, and we didn't care. We just had fun playing the game. And naturally, I'm assuming like me, as you played, you got better and better. If you started today, you wouldn't be getting any better because you'd be playing against players just as bad as yourself, and would think that you aren't that bad at the game because you killed little Timmys. When I was bad at Call of Duty, I didn't care if I had 20 deaths, I was just excited that I had 10 kills. Now Activision has created a problem where bad players don't think they're that bad at the game because of who they play against. So if you just started throwing them into regular lobbies now, they would be upset, and that's the catch-22. But 90% of the community suffers for the bottom 10%, and that just doesn't seem fair to me. So I'm begging Infinity Ward and for 90% of the community to make skill-based matchmaking less strict. Do you guys agree that these 5 changes would turn Modern Warfare 2 from being a good game into a great one? Let me know in the comments below, and check out this video next. Peace.